frustrating, yeah.
Is there any chance it's gonna be too late to start now for the first of the year? You don't know.
I don't know yet, but there's a potential for that with some changes going to happen, so we'll see. I know I'll say this again at the end of class, but remember, this is our last class. This is your first one to come. This is our last class for this calendar year, and then we'll be back together right in the beginning of January again. So, is that the 5th? Maybe? All right. So let's go ahead and start just by relaxing and focusing on the sound of your breath, quieting the mind, think about letting go of one more thing with every single exhale. Releasing that which no longer serves you. Just asking the others to wait an hour. You'll return to them. Let's press both palms together at the heart center and let the chin sink to the chest, setting an intention for our practice tonight. Just think about what you hope to get out of your time on the mat. Gently lift the head up. Hands come down along beside us, and we'll start with our breath. So inhale both hands all the way up. Exhale, slowly controlled the whole way down. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale just the right hand up. We're going to reach back behind the right ear and lean towards the left, keeping that right elbow pointed up towards the sky. Relax that left elbow a bit. Let that right elbow come down towards the earth and open back up. Elbow down and open up. 3, 4, and 5. Reach that arm up, and we'll come back up to center. Lower the right arm down. Left hand reaches up. Bring that hand back behind that left ear and lean towards the right. The left elbow is going to rotate down towards the earth and open up wide. And rotate down, open wide. 3, 4, and 5. Reach that left hand up, and as we sit up tall, left hand comes down alongside us. Switch what you have in front. And our right hand is going to come onto that left knee. Left hand is going to wrap around the back. Look over the left shoulder in a seated spinal twist. Release the left hand, let it cross over the right. And as we exhale, we'll do a forward fold. Relax the back and the neck. Let the head hang heavy. And sit up tall. Since our arms are crossed, we're going to continue into our eagle arms. So bend that right arm up and wrap the left arm around till your palms touch. Raise those elbows to be in line with the shoulders. Always have the option to do a bear hug here. Whatever feels like a better stretch for you tonight. Release the arms down, hands beside us. Left hand goes to the right knee. Right arm comes back behind us. Look over the right shoulder in our seated spinal twist to the right. Releasing our bind, bring that right arm over top of the left. Exhale into a forward fold. Roll back up to a straight seated position and bend the left arm. Wrap around till the palms touch, lifting to your eagle arms. And release the hands. Extend first the right leg and then the left leg out into a straddle. As we sit up tall, try to tilt the pelvis forward. Flex both of your feet. See if you can even pull the heels off of the earth with your flex. If this already feels like a really nice stretch, you can stay right here. If you want, you can walk those hands out away from the body and begin to relax the elbows as you go into a forward fold. Wherever you end up, relax the neck so that head hangs heavy. And walk the hands back so we can sit up nice and tall. Draw the soles of the feet together into our cobbler pose. You can hold on to the shins. the ankles, maybe you can get the big toes, whatever you feel like tonight. Just make sure that you can keep the back nice and straight, nice and tall, extending the neck, and you can gently bounce the knees. Draw the knees together. Hug the arms underneath the thighs, relaxing the chest onto the thighs, and the head hangs heavy here. Just letting the neck relax. And slowly we'll let the feet slide away from the body. Stop sliding the feet whenever your chest starts lifting up off of the thighs. Release the bind from behind the legs, and as we sit up nice and tall, straighten those legs out the rest of the way. Draw the right knee into the chest and let it cross over the left leg, hugging with that left arm. The right hand comes behind us to support as you look over the right shoulder. Release the bind, and you might as well do it now. Draw the left heel into the right hip bone. You're trying to get your knees to be on top of each other, so the feet can be wherever feels comfortable for you. If it's more comfortable, the tighter to the body. Make sure both of your hips are resting on the earth and you're not twisting your spine here. So try to relax both hips down. The left hand is going to reach up to the sky and pat yourself on the back. You're off to a good start. The right hand can either grab that elbow and deepen the stretch, or if you think you've got it, the right hand can reach up the back and see if your fingertips touch into our open cow face. Release the arms, and we can shift our weight back to the hands as we untangle the legs. Let's go right into a boat here. So you're on that sweet spot on the tailbone where you can balance, and your legs are here. If you want to hold on to the back of the legs, you can, but if you feel nice and secure, you can just reach out with the hands. Keep that back nice and tall or long. And shift your weight forward to let the feet relax, straightening out to your staff pose. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up to a seated position, drawing the left leg in. Cross it over the right leg. Hug the right arm around, and a seated spinal twist to the left. Release the bind, draw your right heel back to the left hip. Again, you can shimmy around until you're comfortable. And once you feel good, that right hand reaches up to the sky. Pat yourself on the back. Once again, you can either stretch that further, or you can reach up the back with the left hand and touch fingers. the bind. And we're going to draw that left foot over top of the right. If you don't want to stack your legs, if you just want to get into a comfortable pose, you're completely welcome to do that. Interlace the fingers, press those palms away. And while we have the hand out in front of us, we're going to rock back on the tailbone with a big exhale. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, rock back. Inhale up. Exhale, rock back. Inhale up. As we exhale this time, we're going to lower those hands back behind us, interlace the fingers. Draw both hands over to that right hip. Right ear will come down to the right shoulder. Return to center. Both hands will come over to the left hip, left ear down to the left shoulder. And back up to center. Release the arms. You can shake them out. Release those legs. You can do some windshield wipers if that feels good. And we're going to swing the legs around, coming into all fours or our tabletop position. While we're in tabletop, make sure that our wrists are in line with the shoulders. The knees are in line with the hips. Keep your core pulled in for your stabilization and your balance. Do some cat-cow breathing here. As you inhale, we drop the belly, open the chest, look forward in our cow. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck in the tailbone and the chin into your cat. With your next inhale, return to cow. And just go back and forth between the two postures, following your breath. Let's do one more set and we'll meet in a neutral spine. Our right hand is going to reach up to the sky. Thread that arm underneath the left. We're going to just tap that right shoulder down to the mat. Press back up and reach up to the sky. And thread under and tap the shoulder. Reach back up. Thread and tap. Reach back up. There should be 4. Reach up. And now on the 5th one, we're going to stay here. So as we come down here, go ahead and rest on the shoulder. Rest on the right side of your face. Stretch that left hand up to the top of your mat. You can stay here if you want, or you can stretch your left leg long. And maybe go for a balance, lift that left leg. Did the balance, let's lower the leg, draw that knee back into tabletop. Bring that left hand back, and press yourself up to tabletop. And now we'll repeat this on the other side. Left hand reaches up to the sky. Thread underneath the right, tap the shoulder down to your mat, and reach it up. Thread and tap, that's 2. 3, 4. On this last one, we're going to stay there. Reach to the top of your mat with the right hand. And if you want, you can extend that right leg out behind you and maybe lift it off of the ground for a balance. If you went for the balance, let's lower that right foot, draw the right knee in. Right hand comes in and press yourself back up to a tabletop position. Let the toes touch and the knees as wide as the mat. We're going to sink the hips back to the heels. And stretch your hands forward as far as they can go. And then melt the forehead into the mat for a child's pose. If this is a little uncomfortable in the shoulders or the back or the neck, you can always draw the hands in and stack them underneath the forehead. Going through our cat pose, so as we roll up, we're going to arch that back up like a cat and come back to tabletop. Realign the knees with the hips and tuck the toes. Bring the hips up to the ceiling into your downward facing dog and take that dog for a walk. Press one heel in at a time just to get the backs of our legs warmed up and ready for practice. Once your legs feel good, you can start to find your stillness. As you look out past the feet, your ears are in between your forearms. That pelvis is tilted forward, like when we were sitting down on the mat. And the heels are pressing towards the mat. We'll soften the knees, and with little steps, walk the feet up to the hands. Keeping those knees slightly bent or really bent, whatever feels good. You're going to rest your chest onto your thighs and let the head hang loose like a rag doll. Give it a little swing, a little sway. As you bend the knees deeply, slowly roll all the way up to a standing pose. Straightening the back one vertebra at a time. Coming into mountain. As we stand in mountain pose, the energy flows down the back, so we need to make sure that that tailbone is tucked under. It makes its way to the earth where we're connected. All four corners of the feet should carry equal weight. The energy rises up the front, so we activate the thigh muscles and it lifts up off of the knees. Our core is held tight to keep us stable and balanced. And our shoulders are pressing down and back. Inhale, both hands all the way up. Right hand will grab that left wrist and gently lean towards the right. Soften your knees. We're going to let that left foot come back and maybe off to the mat a little bit like a curtsy. Then we'll come back to center. and straighten up. Switch which hand is holding the wrist. So left hand holds the right wrist and lean towards the left. Soften those knees so that right foot can come back, maybe even off the mat to the left. And we'll return back to center, straightening up. Take a big exhale with a forward fold. Inhale halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to a downward facing dog. As we shift our weight to the left foot, we'll lift that right leg up into a three-legged dog. Draw the knee in to the nose and swing your foot through for a low lunge. Being sure that that knee is in alignment with the ankle. You're light on your fingers so you can look forward and drop the back knee, coming into your crescent lunge. Arms up if you have a good balance tonight. Right hand is going to come back behind us. See if you can touch the back of that left leg. And just give it a good stretch up. And bring the left hand down to the mat. We'll rotate the right hand up to the sky. Open up those shoulders. Continue bringing that right hand down to the mat. Shift your weight back to that left leg for your half split. Pulling your toes up off the mat, straightening that right leg. And as you relax, as you breathe, relax your nose down towards maybe your knee, maybe your shin, wherever feels comfortable tonight. We'll shift the weight forward once more. Tuck the toes of the left foot under. Come to your low lunge. And then bring the right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Shift your weight to the right foot, left foot raises, three-legged dog. Draw the knee into the nose. Swing your foot through for your low lunge. And drop the back knee, lifting up to a crescent lunge. Left hand is going to come back and touch the back of the right leg. Right hand just reaches up to the sky, feeling the lengthening of that right side. Right hand will rotate down to the mat. As the left hand reaches up to the sky, get those shoulders as open as you can. Try to get the hands away from each other as much as you can. And continue the rotation to bring the left hand down. Shift your weight back to the right leg, straightening the left, pull the toes up off of the mat. Exhale as you relax. Shift your weight to the front of the mat once more. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lifting to a low lunge. Bring the left foot back to meet the right, staying in a plank. If you'd like to lower your knees here, you can, or keep them lifted, whatever feels good. If you do have them lifted, we're going to shift our weight forward a little bit and then lower down to your mat, all the way to the belly. Everybody inhale as we lift up to a cobra. And exhale, back down. We're going to lift up to a cobra again. And relax back down to your mat. And third one, final one, lift up. Elbows are pressing in, shoulders are pressing down. And as you exhale this time, we can lift the hips up, either coming through tabletop or lift them to go directly into your downward facing dog. Bend both knees deeply and look to the top of your mat. Either take your baby steps, a giant step, maybe a hop, a skip, a jump, whatever you want. And we'll exhale into a forward fold. Inhale halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Stand all the way up. And bring our hands to our heart center. Woohoo! We're halfway there. Some of you are like, that's only half. Okay. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to your downward facing dog. Shift your weight to the left foot. Lift that right leg up. Three-legged dog. Draw your knee into the nose. And as you swing your foot through in between the hands, we're going to stand this time. So do so accordingly. And then go ahead and lift. Both feet are parallel and they're facing to the front of the mat. Your left heel is off of your mat. And we'll lift our hands up into a high lunge. That right hand will come down and see if you can touch the back of that left leg. All right, and now, how are we're gonna just scissor the arms there. Right into our warrior two. So we shift so that the body is facing the long side of the mat. You're going to pivot that left foot a little bit more so it's parallel to the short side of the mat. Watch your front knee, make sure it doesn't roll in. And keep your body so that the weight is right in the center. We tend to cheat and have it out the front, so make sure you pull it back. And once you feel like you've got it, look over your right hand. Right hand is going to come. You're going to either do the forearm to the right thigh and reach up and over for an extended side angle, or if you like, that right hand can come down to the mat. Wherever you are, you're going to cartwheel both hands to the inside of that right foot. This is a lizard lunge. If you like the restorative version, you're going to lower that back knee and really get into that nice, gentle, supported stretch. If you want to push yourself, keep that back leg lifted, and maybe even go down on your forearms. Press your way back up if you did go on the forearms. We're going to keep the left hand planted, lift that right hand up to the sky. Right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Draw the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Shift your weight to the right foot. Lift that left leg up into a three-legged dog. Draw the knee into the nose and swing your foot through, coming to your high lunge on this side. Right hand will stay up. Left hand is going to reach to the back of that right leg. Swing the arms through, coming to our warrior two. Go through all your checks. And extended side angle. Left forearm to the left thigh, reach up and over, or you can even come all the way down to the earth. Everybody cartwheel both hands to the inside of the left foot. Do your version of the lizard lunge. You can drop the back knee. Keep that knee lifted. You can go down to the forearms. If you did go to the forearms, we'll press back up. Right hand stays planted. Everybody reach that left hand up to the sky. And the left hand will come to the outside of that left foot. Left foot returns to the right. We'll come right into that plank again. Feel free to lower to your knees if you want. And we'll do the vinyasa flow. As you exhale, lower to your mat. Inhale, press up to your cobra. Exhale, press up to your downward facing dog. Bend both knees deeply and look to the top of your mat. Make your way there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Stand up. And bring the hands through heart center as you open up alongside us. Palms facing forward. Mountain pose. Make sure you heel toe the feet so they're nice and close, that the legs are close together. As we inhale, both hands all the way up. And we exhale, we're going to sit back into a chair. Wiggle the toes, make sure that you have the weight in the correct part of the foot, but try to tuck your tail. Don't let that back arch. Shift your weight to the left foot. As we lift that right leg, we're going to reach back for that high lunge. And as we reach forward, push off to come into a half moon. So our hips open up. Right leg is parallel to the earth. Right hand reaches up to the sky. Open up the shoulders. bring the right hand down. Pivot so that our hips are now facing the earth. And we'll lower the right foot down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, sit back to a chair. Left foot is going to reach back for your high lunge. And the hands come to the earth as we push off into our half moon on this side. Bring the left hand down to the mat and let the left foot return. With your exhale into a forward fold, planting both hands, step back to a downward facing dog. It's our last one, so make it a nice one, really get into that. And we'll lower the knees to tabletop position. Slide the right knee up to that right wrist. And we're going to scooch of the foot up towards the left wrist as we sit back into a pigeon pose. You find the level that feels comfortable. If you want to stay up tonight, feel free to stay up. You can do your king pigeon, or you can do your resting pigeon. Press yourself up, and you're going to make your way as gracefully as you can back to your tabletop position. You can give it a little side to side here with palms facing out, maybe circles with the body. And we'll slide that left knee up to the left wrist. Give it a scooch with that foot towards the right wrist. And we'll sit back into our pigeon on this side. Your version, whatever feels good tonight. Press yourself up, make your way back to that tabletop one more time, and let the hips sink back to the heels. Child's pose. This time we're going to make it resting, so as your forehead comes to the earth, maybe you can draw your arms back into a clam pose. We'll sit up onto our heels, finding hero, and interlace the fingers once more. We're going to roll out our wrists. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, open wide. Bring the hands back behind us. Interlace those fingers again. And let's do a rinse, a shoulder rinse as we open up the chest. Maybe look up. One last inversion for tonight. We're going to bring the forehead down to the mat and then press up so that we roll onto the crown of the head. And as we come to the crown of the head, let the hands fall where they may, over the head. With control, release the hands down to the mat, and we'll press our way back up to tabletop. Swing the legs around and return to an easy pose like we had. I'll just sit this way because we're going to lay back from the beginning. Open the arms out wide to the side. Draw that left hand across the body and gently grab a hold of the wrist so you can pull that hand, stretching out the shoulder. Open up wide. And draw the right hand across, gently pulling across. And as we shake out the arms a little bit, let's go ahead and roll down to the mat. Keeping both feet planted. Let the right foot go up to the ceiling and begin doing ankle circles. With the right foot up there, we're going to bring the left foot to meet the right. Begin making ankle circles on the left side. Raise the right hand straight to the ceiling. Begin making wrist circles. It was coming to me slowly. And left hand up. Keeping everything else going, let the right foot come down to your mat. Let the left foot come down to the mat. Right hand. And left hand. Tilt the pelvis the opposite way we've been doing all night, so we're tucking it. The lower part of the pelvis goes out as we press the lower back into the mat. Give the core a nice squeeze and release. Tilt the pelvis, give that core a squeeze and release. Tilt the pelvis, and as we keep it nice and engaged, we're going to lift first the right foot up to the ceiling and then the left. Keep that core engaged. Let the soles of the feet come together as we draw the feet down, legs opening up here, and then we're going to open up into a straddle and then draw the feet back up straight. So we're going to repeat that for a total of 10. keeping that lower back pressing into your mat at all times. Once you've done 10, you can draw both knees into the chest and just give them a hug there, rocking side to side. We'll keep a hold of the right knee as we release the left foot down to the mat. And the left hand will gently grab that right knee and pull it across the body into a supine spinal twist. Make sure that both shoulders stay anchored to the earth, stretching that right hand right out to the side. If you'd like and it feels comfortable tonight, you can look out over your right shoulder. Head up first, and then we'll come back onto our backs. Draw that left knee in, release the right foot down to the mat. Right hand grabs that left knee, draws both legs over to the right side, extend that left arm out so that we keep both shoulders anchored, and look over the left shoulder. Bring the head up to center and draw the legs up. As we plant that left foot down, we're going to walk both feet as close to the sits bones as you can get them, a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Slowly, gently lift the hips up off of the mat, pressing into the mat with your hands, coming into a supported bridge. And slowly lower back down, one vertebrae at a time. You can straighten out your legs one at a time, coming into our corpse pose, preparing for Shavasana. Now's the time, if you have any extra props, to bring those into your practice, just to make yourself a little bit more comfortable here in this pose. Begin by relaxing the toes. And imagine that with every breath that you're taking, you're inviting that feeling deeper into the body. So go ahead and relax the feet. Relax the calves. For your next inhale, relax the thighs. Relax your hands. Relax the arms. Take a few breaths if you need to as you relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Press the tongue to the roof of the mouth as you relax the jaw. And relax the muscles of the face. to wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting gentle movement back into the body. And slowly make your way to one side, cradling your head with your arm. This is the part of the practice where I give a Dharma talk. Sometimes I research and find a poem or a quote. A lot of times I just go by life, things that I've had on my heart or my mind. And I had a passage that I was going to share with you today, but the other won out. I cannot believe it has already been 6 months that we have been together, again, for some, and new for others. And I am just overwhelmed with that. There's such a difference in my life when I don't get to practice yoga. But I will sincerely say there was also such a difference in my life without practicing yoga with you guys. I say very often that the energy that you bring changes things. It makes a difference, each and every single one of you, and it does. So thank you. Sincerely, thank you for letting me be a part of your practice, for coming here and sharing your journey with me. It's the most amazing thing that I get to experience. And join me in a seated position. So we have 3 weeks now where you're going to have to think of this intention that you set. Let it inspire you. Let it hold you accountable to your practice. I will try to post some new practices myself, but you guys know how hard it is sometimes to practice when you don't have people with you, so I will try. But regardless, thank you. I hope you have wonderful, amazing, happy holidays, and you can be present, be there with your people, and just breathe every single day, appreciating the things that we do have. And so as we bring our hands to our heart center, letting our chin sink to our chest, remind yourself, I am present, I am strong, I am loved. Thank you one more time, and namaste.
Do you still have the old one on? If you pull up like living your best life, is it still?
Yeah, if you go to the website, they're all there, or my YouTube page, they're all there. If you do the Facebook page, they only keep a month's worth, so you'll have 4 practices.
Your Facebook.
Yes, yes.
And that's the live